Sentence Precis. We are up to 3 sentences now. Now, the very first sentence is all about the author and the message. You start by identifying the genre, that's a type of text, the author and an identifier, the date, rhetorically accurate verb, and a that clause stating the essay's message. So an outline looks like this. Here is it in an actual sentence. In this column, the genre, notice that the title is capitalized and in quote marks. Most of the time, that's what your title is going to look like because we will be analyzing short pieces. We have the date. Now here's the descriptor. The part's super important. We have to identify that part of the rhetorical triad, argues that, and what follows of that is also always an independent clause. Now make sure that you are specific in what that message is. Don't just state what the topic is. Make sure that you identify what the author has to say about that topic, what their point is, not what it is they write about. That would be the topic. Now, the second sentence is all about strategies, where we start with tone. We're looking for 2 different complementary tones, at least 2 additional significant rhetorical strategies. Most of the time, our pieces are arguments, so we can usually identify the primary type of evidence. So let's see this at play. It's very formulaic. You say author uses, just plug in the tones along with, name the strategies, and literally repeat to accomplish his or her purpose. So it looks like this. The author uses an erudite yet defensive tone, along with statistical data and historical references to accomplish his purpose. Now the third sentence picks up with that and elaborates on the purpose. The third sentence analyzes the author's purpose using an in order to statement. You want to aim for a 2-part purpose statement, beginning with what the text does, followed by what the text hopes to do. Now 2 parts means 1 sentence. It's got 2 parts because we are going to use a semicolon. So let's look at the first part. Author's purpose is to state what it is in order to. Finish that out and notice this is a semicolon. That means the next independent clause is closely related, so you're not going to separate it. Still 1 sentence. Ultimately, the author hopes. Analyze how the author hopes the reader thinks, feels, or acts differently after reading the text. So here we have an example. Roche's purpose is to shift the focus away from punitive action against racism toward a social rejection model. Ultimately, the author hopes this shift can move society toward even greater social justice. And that would be the lasting effect. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all 3, you're going to put those together as a paragraph. You need to have exactly 3 sentences, no more, no less. And then make sure that you use MLA formatting, which would just be making sure it is double-spaced and indented. Okay, and that's it. I look forward to reading your 3 sentence précis.